Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. Now we are going to discussing about NISM Series 10A Investment Advisor Level 1 mock test for Module 6. First question. What is the primary objective of creating an investment policy statement? Option A. To compare mutual fund NAVs. Option B. To capture clients' tax documents. Option C. To align client objectives with investment strategy. And option D. To record market forecast. Correct answer is option C. To align client objectives with investment strategy. Investment policy statement defines the client's risk profile, objectives, and helps ensure suitability. Next question. Which of the following is not a fiduciary duty? Option A. Acting in client's best interest. Option B. Disclosing product risk. Option C. Providing objective advice. And option D. Accepting incentives for recommendations. Correct answer is option D. Accepting incentives for recommendations. Fiduciaries must avoid biased advice due to external incentives. Next question. Which one of the record must an investment advisor maintain throughout the life of the business? Option A. Client income tax returns. Option B. Grievance redressal records. Option C. NAV logs. And option D. Research analyst fees. Correct answer is option B. SEBI mandates grievance records must be maintained as long as the business operates. Next question. Ethical behavior includes all except option A. Disclosing risk. Option B. Offering unbiased advice. Option C. Making written guarantees. And option D. Avoiding conflicts. Correct answer is option C. Written guarantees are unethical and non-compliant with SEBI norms. Next question. Diligence in advisory practice involves option A. Timely and careful analysis for client advice. Option B. Avoiding client communication. Option C. Investing only in blue chip stocks. And option D. Promoting trending products. Correct answer is option A. Timely and careful analysis for client advice. Diligence requires skill, effort, and timely client service. Next question. Which of the following is a key regulatory document under SEBI Investment Advisor Regulations 2013? Option A. SID. Option B. KIM. Option C. AMFI-ID. And option D. Client Agreement. Correct answer is option D. Client Agreement is mandatory for formalizing advisor-client relationships. Next question. What is the consequence of ignoring risk profiling before advising? Option A. Client satisfaction. Option B. Breach of SEBI rules and ethics. Option C. Faster onboarding. And option D. Higher trial income. Correct answer is option B. Breach of SEBI rules and ethics. Risk profiling is a SEBI mandated requirement. Next question. A complaint that cannot be resolved on scores may next go to option A. SEBI media cell. Option B. Mutual fund distributor. Option C. Portfolio manager. And option D. Consumer court or ombudsman. Correct answer is option D. Consumer court or ombudsman. Legal forums are the next step if scores resolution fails. Next question. Offering a written guarantee on an ELSS is a violation of option A. Objectivity. Option B. Regulatory compliance and ethics. Option C. Portfolio suitability. And option D. Client education. Correct answer is option B. Regulatory compliance and ethics. Written guarantees breach SEBI's ethical and regulatory rules. Next question. An advisor uses client testimonials on a social media without written permission. This violates option A. Professional misconduct. Option B. Transparency. Option C. Suitability. And option D. Fund of norms. Correct answer is option A. Professional misconduct. Use of testimonials without consent violates professional ethics. Next question. Dual role as RA and distributor is allowed if option A. AMC permits, option B. Activities are segregated and disclosed, option C. Income exceeds 50 lakh, and option D. SEBI does not allow dual role. Correct answer is option B. SEBI allows dual role with fully functional segregation and disclosure. Next question. The client agreement must include option A. Grievance redressal and SEBI contact info, option B. Product manufacturer's opinion, option C. Rules and regulations, process of investment, and option D. NAV history. Correct answer is option A. Grievance mechanism and SEBI scores contact must be included. Next question. What is the key function of an investment advisor under SEBI guidelines? Option A. Increase AUM. Option B. Act in fiduciary capacity for the client. Option C. Maximize own earnings. And option D. Sell PMS only. Correct answer is option B. The advisor must be always act in the best interest of the client. Next question. Advisors must renew their registration with SEBI for every option A 1 year, option B 3 years, option C 5 years, and option D 7 years. Correct? Option C 5 years. Next question. If a client refuses to complete risk profiling, the advisor must option A proceed with basic plan, option B recommend safe investments, option C use average industry profile, and option D refuse to offer advisory services. Correct answer is option D. Refuse to offer advisory services. Risk profiling is mandatory before offering advice. Next question. Which of these actions best demonstrates integrity? Option A. Pushing high return products. Option B. Disclosing fees and risk openly. Option C. Selling insurance as add-on. And option D. Quoting fast returns only. Correct answer is option B. Disclosing fees and risk openly. Transparency and honesty reflect integrity. Next question. Which regulatory clause mandates compliant tracking by the advisor? Option A. Scores Rule 4A. Option B. SEBI IA Regulation Code of Conduct. Option C. SEBI PMS Guidelines. And option D. AMFI Operations Rule. Correct answer is option B. SEBI IA regulations include a code of conduct covering grievance handling. Next question. A client insists on written guarantee. What should the advisor do? Option A. Offer PMS. Option B. Promise cautiously. Option C. Educate and refuse such assurance. And option D. Show last 5-year data. Correct answer is option C. Educate and refuse such assurance. Advisors must decline written guarantees and educate clients. Next question. Advisors must act in accordance with which standard of conduct? Option A. Client profit maximization. Option B. Mutual fund performance. Option C. Group product preference. And option D. Fiduciary duty and regulatory compliance. Option D. Fiduciary responsibility is the foundation of ethical advisory. Next question. Advisors are required to conduct periodic reviews of option A. SEBI website. Option B. Client portfolios and financial goals. Option C. AMC promotions. And option D. PMS product baskets. Correct answer is option B. Client portfolios and financial goals. Regular portfolio reviews ensure continued suitability. Next question. Which of the following is a valid grievance under SEBI rules? Option A, market volatility. Option B, non-disclosure of commission. Option C, portfolio drawdown. And option D, asset allocation mismatch. Correct answer is option B, non-disclosure of commission. Non-disclosure is a legitimate grievance. Next question. If an advisor violates the SEBI IA code of conduct, the consequence may include option A, fund audit. Option B, registration cancellation. Option C, online warning. And option D, KYC revalidation. Correct answer is option B. SEBI can cancel the registration of violators. Next question. The principle of fairness means option A, offering services without discrimination. Option B, charging same fees to everyone. Option C, treating all clients identically. And option D, prioritizing large clients. Correct answer is option A, offering services without discrimination. Fairness means equitable service, not identical service. Next question. What if a client is not satisfied even after the disclosure of a scores complaint? Option A, advisor can ignore. Option B, SEBI will intervene again. Option C, client can approach legal redressal forum. And option D, client must wait 60 days. Correct answer is option C, client can approach legal redressal forum. Legal forums are available after scores closure. Thank you for watching my video. Please subscribe for more videos.